Welcome to Mtab. In this video, we are going to showcase one of Mtab's CNC software. Cnc-Machsim is an easy-to-use software tool for virtual operator training on CNC Lathe and CNC milling machine. It is interactive, allowing the user to experience working with 2-axis lathe and 3-axis milling machine with a full CNC operating panel and Fanuc control panel. Installing the software on a touchscreen computer can allow the user to experience the industrial controller from a real-world perspective. In this 20-minute video, we are going to demonstrate various features of the software for operator training on a CNC milling machine. When you open the Cnc-Machsim software for milling, a milling machine loads up with the full industrial control panel on the right-hand side. As with the real machine, the user first turns the machine on, and then you can position the machine view to your preference, zooming in or out. You will notice that there are messages on the Fanuc control screen as you do certain activities. You can click the door handle to open the door. With the machine in rapid mode, using the X, Y, and Z axis buttons on the control panel, you can move the axis of the machine. Just as in a real machine, if you exceed the travel range, over travel message is displayed. In case you missed it, there was a collision message when we moved the Z axis. Next, we can see how the manual pulse generator is used. You can use the selector to select the axis and the speed override at which to move the axis. In this scenario, we are moving the Z axis followed by the X axis. For easier viewing and demonstration, we have hidden the machine body so that you can see the working components of the machine. Using the control panel, you can turn the spindle on or off and see it working in clockwise and counterclockwise directions. As in the real world, you can turn coolant on or off using the control panel. In this part of the video, we demonstrate automatic tool changer operations. The user can use the control panel to actuate the ATC. You can also add and remove tools into and from the ATC as demonstrated in the Tool ATC screen. Here, the user is adding an external milling tool. The user can select the tool position, define the tool dimensions, and mount it on the ATC. Just as in the real machine, the user can use the MDI panel to call tool change operation. The user calls the M06 tool change code and enters the tool number desired and executes the command using cycle start. When calling tool 4 for the operation, the user is adding an electronic edge finder for taking offsets, which will be demonstrated next. First, let us select a workpiece and set it up. From the Workpiece library, you can select the shape and provide the dimensions of the workpiece you would like to work with. You have the option of a rectangular or cylindrical workpiece. Once selected, you can position the work holding device on the table by using the slide for X and Y axis. You can also change the type of work holding from clamp to vise. The positioning of the workpiece on the table is important to optimize cycle time and minimize the movement between cutting operations. Offset is an important procedure for the operator to execute on the machine. In our scenario, we have an electronic edge finder to take work offsets. After rapidly moving the axis, the user can use the finer controls to move the edge finder for offset process. When you see the green light, you're done and you can store the offsets in the offset screen. In this case, we are going to take the Z offset first. We move the Z-axis to touch the top of the workpiece. Once the edge finder touches the workpiece, its light turns green and we can store the Z offset. Similarly, you can take the X and Y work offsets. The positioning of the visible screen allows you to take the offset correctly. Next, we demonstrate the manual offset process. In the absence of an electronic edge finder, the operator should know how to take tool offsets manually. The operator can practice this procedure with the software. The operator can use the MPG to move the tool to the right position, and when chips start flying, he can note the offset position for X, Y, and Z axis. In this section of the video, we demonstrate the process of entering a program directly on the Fanuc control panel. As you enter the G codes on the screen, you can also see the definition of each G code being entered. Here, we are entering a few lines of code. You can also call stored programs and execute using the control panel. Once you have written your program, you can save the workpiece, the program, and the tool library created for the program. Make sure that you have the right workpiece on the table and the right tools loaded on the ATC. When you hit reset and hit cycle start, the program begins executing. You can see the line-by-line progress on the Fanuc screen as well as on the simulation. The Cnc-Machsim software has built-in workpiece measurement capability. Just as in actual workpiece, the operator may need to take some measurements of the job. You can measure lengths, diameters, depths, angles, etc. Here, we are measuring the top face of the machined part. This concludes our video. For more information, please contact us through our website or email us. Thank you for spending time with us today.